Your mission is divided into 3 phases. Your mission is to prevent the intruders stealing 2 of the 5. The yellow terminal is being attacked. The yellow terminal is being attacked. The yellow terminal is being attacked.
So I hadn't been following multiplayer as closely. Like I didn't play Chaos Theory as much as you did multiplayer. So I knew that they were making changes, but like now having played it, I'm kind of surprised. Like they're definitely forcing you to the way it was always supposed to be, where the spies are defensive and the mercs are offensive. It's really like pushing you towards that now.
Yeah, it used to be, like, the original design was we had these heavily powered mercenaries against these stealthy spies who are underpowered, but people just kind of figured out, like, they got really good at
People get so good at spies that, like, as a mercenary against a good player, like, I didn't stand a chance. Like, they'd be coming straight at me, and I would be afraid, and that was the opposite of what it was supposed to be. You know, they would what? You did some of it. They would stun you, shoot a smoke grenade at your feet.
I learned this from some of my friends. Yeah. Like, you stun him with a shotgun, and he could just do like a rapid fire. Like, it's like you're playing Tony Hawk or Street Fighter or something like that. It's like boom, 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 and then you hit a smoke grenade, flashbang, and then a chaff grenade, and all like within a second. Yeah. And the mercenary is just like, I don't know what's going on.
You're behind them and strangling them in a second.
So basically, the spies in the old games, like Pandora Tomorrow and Chaos Theory, the spies would just learn to take you out right away. Then they have free reign in the levels.
Right. So now, like, you don't even have a gun as a spy. You don't have the stun gun anymore. Like, you only have one gadget at a time. It's weird. It's totally different. I mean, I think they definitely did it because the old game, like, even me, as much as I love them, I didn't play it as much because it was so deep that the people who played it a ton were so good that the gulf between, like, a beginner and the experts was just ridiculous. Like, so much of the game was spy detectors and mines and placing them as mercs and spies, and now that's all gone. Like, the first thing I was like, wait, so no mines? And they're like, yeah, no mines, which was such a huge thing.
Like, the game's not finished.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh wait, they're gonna put this in later. But it's weird. Yeah, like, so the spies, they really took out a lot of their offensive powers. So they don't have the shotgun gun. They don't have multiple grenades.
It feels weird to stand up and just run through the levels as a spy, but I'm doing it now because it's like, oh, well, I don't have to worry about mines. I don't have to worry about tripwires. I can just, like, haul ass. If somebody sees me, I'm just gonna, like, try to run and escape and use more of your, like, acrobatic moves.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's weird, like, because as a mercenary, I miss setting up the traps. Like, all right, I'm gonna find a clever place to put the spy trap or a mine. But at the same time, I could appreciate, like, how much less frustrating this is as a spy. Because in the old game, even if you wanted to run, like, you drop a smoke grenade as a spy, you take off, but then, like, you turn a corner and then you explode because they put a mine there. And it's, for the mercenary, it's very rewarding, but as a spy, it's like, well, that guy didn't even really kill me. All he did was set a trap, and I had to run this way no matter what. So it's like they kind of took out that kind of impersonal, like, I don't know, for me, like, it's, they want it more face-to-face. Like, if you're going to kill the spy, you have to see him and actually put a bullet in his head or drop a grenade in on him instead of just, like, killing him, like, anonymously somewhere else on a level with a mine.
The green terminal is being attacked.
I thought it was also cool that when you get killed, like to your point, like sometimes you just die and it was from a mine. It was like, oh, where was it or whatever, you know, you didn't even know. Now even when you get shot, it has that thing where it shows the line of the bullet.
Yeah,
and it
the
shows
kill cam.
where the person was who shot you and from what angle, and you can switch back and forth between you and him.
They want to make it easy for you to figure out, like, even if you're a spy, you're hacking, all of a sudden you get shot from behind and you don't understand why. So now you can see, like, oh, the mercenary snuck up behind me.
Right.
So they want you to learn from it, and next time, like, well, I gotta watch my back,
Yeah.
or I gotta find another less obvious spot to hack the thing from. Yeah, there's a lot of little things in there that you can appreciate for newbies. Like, on top of that, you have the mini map now in the corner,
right?
So you can always see what
where
objective.
your other guys
yeah,
are.
you see where your teammates are. You see where the objectives are being hacked. So you're not like wondering like what do I do? Like, what's going on? Who's hacking what?
That helps a ton. Yeah. Instead of just the HUD thing flashing and you're like, it's through some walls. Like, where is it? You know. The other cool thing I'm glad they added was so often like a spy would get away in the old games and you were just like, oh, all right, maybe you call out to your teammate. But now you have that little drone you can send after them. And it's really cool, like chasing after someone in the drone or seeing a drone going after someone, or as you're a spy, like kind of being hunted by one. Yeah, and then you can self-destruct it. And the controls on it are a little touchy, so it's not as easy as just like flying around in 3D space. It's like definitely a skill, like the bumpers, you go up or down. So that took some getting used to, especially in like the low little crawl spaces.
Yeah, because you have to keep hovering it to move it.
Yeah.
But it is cool, yeah, because if they duck into a vent,
right,
and you can't follow them, now you can send a drone in after them, so it's not quite over yet.
So if you see the merc while he's doing it, he's kind of like this, and he's looking at the stuff on his faceplant.
Oh,
so
really?
yeah. So that the trade-off is if you see a merc who's doing that, it's a good time to come up behind him and strangle him.
Yeah. But I think most like the hardcore fans, like all the guys I used to play with, I suspect they're not gonna like this at first, because I didn't like it. The first time I played it, I was like just bummed out because I'm like, oh man, Chaos Theory was so good, Pandora Tomorrow was so good, and I really missed having all the choice of gadgets because you had all these different gadgets to pick from, and it's a lot of strategy. You know, like you can set up a spy bullet here so you can see when the mercenaries are approaching.
Yeah, it got so like complicated and stuff like that. It's pretty much them saying like, yeah, we could continue to go and refine this really, you know, kick-ass multiplayer and have the small group of people that are really enjoying it, or we can kind of reset it. So it's interesting they're doing that. The 3-on-3 thing, I think, is a really good thing. Going with this strategy, if you're going to go this way, I'm glad they made it 3-on-3 now. Like because it is more fast action and arcadey, and also it's less reliant. When it was 2-on-2, if one guy wasn't as good, like it totally threw off the entire game.
True,
now with 3, it's just like a little bit easier to balance like any given match, you know.
It's weird because I loved how deep the old games were, and it's so much more shallow now. But at the same time, there are a lot of positives to these fixes. So I need to play it a lot more and see how it goes. Because like the original games too, like Chaos Theory and Pandora Tomorrow, you didn't realize how hardcore it was until you started playing other people. As people got good, that's when all the problems started popping up.
All right, cool. So you want to head back in? I think we got one more map.
Yeah, we got some more time, so let's play some more.
Cool.